Greetings from EPG Pathshala. We are going to check elliptical curve digital signature algorithm. How elliptical curve characteristic can be used to generate a signature. What are the points that we can consider for generating the signature and how signature generation and verification is done. We are going to check in detail how verification of the signature and generation of the signature is being done, and then we are going to check the strength of this elliptical curve digital signature algorithm. First we will start with the block diagram. Which are the components of this block diagram? S1, S2 are the signatures, M is the message, D is Alice's private key, R is the random secret, A, B, P, Q, E1, E2, they are the Alice's public key. First input is E1, R, P and Q. R is a random secret, E1, P and Q are from the Alice's basket, which are considered to be Alice's public key. They are applied to the function and extract S1 from it. H of M, that is hash of M, D, R, Q and S1. S1 is being generated from the previous step. D is Alice's private key, R is a random secret and Q is Alice's public key. These are all input to the function f2 and we would be generating S2. Generation of S1 and S2 are the part of signing algorithm, and then for verifying S1 is the input. We are applying S1, S2, E1, E2, P, Q and hash of the message to the function f3. From that we are extracting. If whatever we have extracted is equal to S1, then the signature has been verified and accept it. What does Alice do? Alice choose an elliptical curve EP with a point A and B. Alice chooses another prime Q, the private key of D. Alice chooses E1, a point on the curve. Alice calculates E2, that is equal to D into E1. Alice's public key is A, B, P, Q, E1 and E2 and her private key is D. Going into the detail of the algorithm, M is a message, S1 and S2 are the signatures, V is a verification, R is a random secret, D is Alice's private key. We have introduced something called P of U and V and T of X and Y, they are the points on the curve. H of M is a message digest. A and B are the intermediate results. Alice's public key constitute A, B, P, Q, E1 and E2. Alice is the signer, M is the input. The points on the curves are chosen to be P of U and V. D and R are the input to the signing algorithm, generated U mod Q. H of M plus D of S1 R multiplicative inverse of R is found out and more. S1, S2 and M are the input to the verification algorithm. As to go into the detail, A would be generated, that is nothing but H of M inverse of S2 multiplied with H of M and modulo operation is applied. B is generated by inversing the S2, S1 mod Q. T of xy is nothing but A of E1 plus B of E2. A and B are generated in the previous algorithm. Compute x mod Q, get V, compare S1 and V, if true, accept the message. So, this is how elliptical curve algorithm works. This is just a block diagram. There are many questions to be answered, how these points on the curve would be accepted. Let us go into the detail from the block diagram. Elliptical curve systems are applied to the cryptography, were first proposed in 1985. The discrete logarithm problem on elliptical curve groups is believed to be more difficult than the multiplicative group of non-zero elements of underlying the finite field. So, once again it talks about the finite field and why this algorithm is more secure, because it relates to the discrete logarithm problem. What is discrete logarithm in finite field? it says pick secret random x from f, compute g raised to x mod p, g raised to y mod p, pick secret random y from f. Bob, Alice and Bob are shown into the picture. Compute k, that is g raised to y raised to x equal to g of x y mod p. Compute k, that is g raised to x and then exponent to y, so it reduces to g of x y mod p. Now, Eve is considered to be an attacker, so it has to compute g raised to x and g raised to y without knowing x and y. So, that is a discrete logarithm problem, how to compute g of x and g of y if you do not know what is the value of x and y. And definitely we are talking about the finite fields. To give you an example, elliptic curve on a finite set of integers, the equation is given by y square is equal to x cube plus 2x plus 3, sounds like elliptical curve equation. The only additional thing is we have used the modulo operation. If we put x to be 0 in the previous equation, y square is equal to 3, and if y square is equal to 3, there is no solution to this problem. So, x is not a point on the curve. If you take x is equal to 1 and compute y square, it comes out to be 6. 6 mod 5 is 1, that is why y can be 1 or y can be 4, because 4 square is 16 and 16 mod 5 is also 1. So, y can be 1 or 4. If we consider x to be 2, y square is equal to 15, 15 mod 5 is 0, so y is 0. If you consider x to be 3, y square comes out to be 36, which is again if we take the modulo 5, 36 mod 5, that means it would come out to be 1, then y, the value of y can be 1 or 4. If x is equal to 4, y square is equal to 75, 75 mod 5 is 0 and y is equal to 0. X is equal to 4, that leads to y square is equal to 75, 75 mod 5, that means 75 divided by 5, remainder would be 0, that leads to y equal to 0. So, points on the elliptical curve are x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1, x 1 then y equal to 4, x 3 then y equal to 1, x 3 then y equal to 4, x 4 then y equal to 0. The point at infinity is considered to be infinity. Using the finite fields, group can be formed, elliptical curve group. Now, elliptical curve digital signature algorithm involves 4 parameters. First is all participants use the same global domain parameters. So, it defines certain global parameters which is used by all participants. First, public private key pair is generated by a sender. Signer selects a random or pseudo random number for the private key. So, first step, generate public private key pair. Who will first start? Sender. Sender is called to be a signer. So, signer selects what? A random or pseudo random number for the private key. Signer computes another point on the elliptical curve using the random number and the point of origin, and that is signer's public key. So, in the first step, signer just chose a random number, used this random number and the point of origin, and then it became a signer's public key. A hash value is generated for the message to be signed. Signature is generated using the private key, the domain parameters and hash value. The signature consists of 2 integers r and s. To verify the signature, the verifier input signer's public key, the domain parameters and the integer s. The output will be the value v, which is compared to r. Signature is verified if v equal to r. The first step talked about the global domain parameters. Now, let us check how to generate this global domain parameter. Prime curves over ZP are used. In the discussion of group, ring and field, I taught you ZP is nothing but a set of elements which are between 0 to p minus 1 if p is a prime number. Q is a prime number, A, B, they are the integers that specify the elliptical curve equation defined over ZQ, the equation being y square is equal to x cube plus ax plus b. Now we are talking about G, that is a base point represented by G equal to xg and yg on the elliptical curve equation. So if you have seen the previous slide carefully, in the equation y square equal to x cube plus 2x plus 3, if we equate it with this equation of x cube plus ax plus b, a is 2 and b is 3, and we have got a point called 1 1 on the elliptical curve. So base point can be considered to be 1 1, that is xg and yg on elliptical curve equation. N order of point G, n is the smallest positive integer such that n of n into G is equal to O. These are the points on the curve. You have a simple elliptical curve on the slide. P is called point on the curve. D is the random number that we have selected within the range of 1 to n minus 1, and Q is nothing but P multiplied by D. Clear? P is a point on the curve, D is the random number that we have selected, and it is to be in the range of 1 to n minus 1. And we have already selected n, that is order of point G, and we have considered such that n into G gives you the point of origin. Start by considering the message M has a point M on the curve E. Randomly select K from 1 to n minus 1. We are given a range 1 to n minus 1. We need to pick up any random number, we will call it K. Two ciphertext will be generated, C1 and C2. The C1 is K into P and C2 is equal to M plus K into Q. C1 and C2 will be sent. For the decryption, it is C2 minus D into C1. M is the original message that we have sent. If we check proof of the algorithm, M equal to C2 minus D into C1, M can be represented as what? C2 minus D into C1. Now what is C2 minus D into C1? You already have an equation of C2, that is nothing but M plus K into Q minus D. And what is the equation for C1? It is K into P. If you explore, it would give you M plus K into D into P minus D into K into P. So if you closely check the equation, K into D into P cancels out. What you get is M, and that is the original message. So our equation C2 minus D into C1, which gives M, is correct. For the key generation, signer generates private and public key in following way. Select a random integer D. D is in the range of 1 to n minus 1. We need to compute Q, that is D into G. This is the point in equation with A and B. Bob's public key is nothing but Q and private key is nothing but D. Digital signature generation and authentication. The digital signature of 320 bytes for message M is generated using the definite steps. The first step is select a random or pseudo-random integer K. K should be in the range of 1 to n minus 1. Compute point P, that is equal to xy equal to K into G. Once we have computed P, we need to compute R. R is nothing but x mod n. And if R comes out to be 0, then we need to repeat the step 1, and that was to again take K. K should be such that result does not come to 0. Once we have appropriate K and we have computed point P and R, compute T. Now what is T? T is nothing but inverse of K in modulo n arithmetic. We are with P, we are with R, we are with T. Now compute E. E says it is a hash of the message, where H is the SHA1 hash function which produces a 160-bit hash function. Compute S, which is nothing but K inverse E plus D of D into R mod n. We already have D, we already have R, we already have E, K inverse. So if S comes out to be origin, then go to step 1. The signature of message M is a pair R and S. So in any case it should not be 0. We have verification algorithm. To the receiver having message M digital signature, he has to verify the signature. How to verify? Verify R and S are nothing but integers and they fall in the range of 1 to n minus 1. Using SHA-1, compute the 160 bit hash value which is applied to M. H of M, and that would be stored as E. Compute W, that is nothing but inverse of S in modulo n arithmetic. Compute U1, that is EW, and compute U2, that is RW. Once you are with U1 and U2, compute the point X, X1, Y1 equal to U1 and compute G plus U2 Q. If X comes out to be origin, that is 0, reject the signature, else compute V equal to X1 mod n. Accept the sender's signature if and only if V is R. The equations to be solved, and for that I have taken an example for the elliptical curve over a field of F23. F23 field we will denote by F, and 23 is the prime number for which we have built the field. A equal to 1 and B equal to 0. We all know the equation which we have used for the consideration is x cube plus ax plus b. Now in our example we have used a to be 1 and b equal to 0. That means our equation becomes y square equal to x cube plus 3. Now you know how to find out the points on the equation, x cube plus x, and don't forget to do mod p. This time we have used the field 23, so we need to do the modulo operation with 23. Y square mod p equal to x cube plus x mod p. We are using y to be 25, 25 mod 23 equal to 9 cube. 9 cube comes out to be 729 plus 9 mod 23. So 25 mod 23 equal to 738 mod 23. Left and right both gives 2, so it satisfies the equation. So we can take 9 and 5 to be 1 solution for the equation. The rest of the points you can find out. They are 0, 0, 1, 5, 1, 18, 9, 5, 9, 18, 11, 10, 11, 13, 13, 5, 13, 18, 15, 3, 15, 20, 16, 8, 16, 15, 17, 10, 17, 13, 18, 10, 18, 13, 19, 1, 19, 22, 24, 20, 19, 21, 6, 21, 17. So these are the 23 points which satisfy the equation y square is equal to x cube plus x. So we have finished the first step, that is find out the points on elliptical curve. These points are plotted on the graph. There is 2 points for every x value. The graph seems random, but still there is a symmetry around y is equal to 11.5. If you are using elliptical curve over real numbers, there exists a negative point for each point which is reflected through x-axis. If we are talking about F23, the negative components in the y value are taken modulo 23. In the modulo arithmetic, all negative numbers result in the positive number as a difference of 23. Minus p is nothing but x of p minus yp mod 23. In this cryptography, if point multiplication is to be done, then it is achieved by 2 basic curve operation, point addition and point doubling. So point addition would be done by L is equal to j plus k, and point doubling is done by L equal to 2j. Example, for k is equal to 23, then k into p. To multiply these two numbers, 23 into p, and that would be done by doubling and multiplication. Once again double, then add, so it makes 5p. Then once again double, it makes 10p, then add, so it makes 11p, then double 22p, and then add, so it makes 23p. So 23 into p actually is achieved by addition and doubling the number. Point addition geometrically is shown in this way. There are 2 points on the curve j and k. If the points are added together, it results in L and minus L. j plus k gives you L. J plus minus j equal to O, point of origin, where O is the point at infinity. Point addition consider two distinct points j and k such that j is equal to xj yj and k is equal to xk yk. Let L equal to j plus k, where L is denoted by x of L and y of L. So, we can find out x of L is equal to s square minus xj minus yk, yl to be minus yj plus s xj minus xl. S is equal to y xj and yj, k is denoted by xk and yk, and slope is computed by yj minus yk upon xj minus k. How point doubling is achieved, that we can see through the graph. You are given j, 2j becomes L, and if yj is equal to 0, hence doubling the number will give you O, that is O is a point at infinity. Point doubling is consider a point j such that j is equal to xj yj, where yj is not equal to 0, because if it is 0, multiplication or doubling does not help. If we want to do L equal to 2j, L is denoted by xl and yl. xl is equal to s square minus 2xj, yl is equal to minus yj plus s into xj minus xl. Slope is found out by xj square plus a upon 2yj. S is the tangent at point j, and a is one of the parameters chosen with the elliptical curve. To summarize elliptical curve cryptography, it talks all about finding a point on the elliptical curve, and it is based on the discrete logarithm problem. Point doubling and point addition, how it is achieved in elliptical curve cryptography, that we have seen, and we have certain well defined parameters to be used to generate a signature, and it has to be verified. If signature is not verified, then the whole message is rejected. Hash is used for the message, and for that also SHA-1 algorithm can be used. Thank you.